Hey everybody, welcome to a special recap of Hall H Marvel panel, because we weren't there, unfortunately. But we were in the building, kinda, but we weren't actually there.
Sure.
Phil is here. Enjoy Pat Jake.
Yo.
Hi.
Yo. So, yeah, we had a couple of announcements from the Marvel panel. There was a lot of rumors of Doomsday stuff. They showed, I guess, a new trailer. I don't know. They brought a bunch of cast out, including James Marsden, all that stuff. But we got to talk about the first announcement, which was rumored, which was Ryan Gosling.
Ghost Rider.
It lit the internet on fire.
Literally. The internet on fire. What do we think? It's official.
So, Ryan Gosling in a Ghost Rider movie directed by Sean Levy.
Yeah.
Coming in 2028. My first thought was, God, I hope this doesn't end up like Blade.
Yeah.
Fair. That was my... Yeah, that's fair.
Like, no shit, no lie. That was my first reaction.
Yeah.
Was like, I hope this doesn't end up like Blade. But,
Right.
Yeah.
seriously, I think Jake and I were walking out, and I broke the news to him, and I said, Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling must have had a fun time making Starfighter, and then Marvel Studios was like, hey, why don't you guys do Ghost Rider?
Yeah. Because Sean Levy already made them happy with the Deadpool and Wolverine money, so they're like, all right,
yeah.
there's borrowed trust here with this guy, so we can trust him to do a smaller project.
Right.
It's good that it's finally official, as it's been rumored for years that he's been in talks for Ghost Rider. Do we think it's R-rated?
Yes.
I would assume
you
so.
Okay, you think
Yes.
so? Okay.
Right.
Because he already proved himself with Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's just bring it back to do...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a smart choice.
Right. And they've been doing more mature rated stuff since then, like, you know, this
Daredevil.
new, like the newest season of Born Again especially.
Yeah.
And like they're going to be going into more R-rated stuff, and they've even said, I think, that if Deadpool continues to appear in these things, that he's going to remain R-rated. So
And he was at the panel, I
Right.
guess.
Right.
in the
Just going to bring
gray
that
suit.
up. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds showed up in a very X-Force inspired suit.
Yep.
And pleaded to the Doomsday cast and crew of like, hey, can we like, are there any more pickups, any more like extra shooting? Can we make
we in
room?
here?
And Robert Downey Jr. was like, this is it, pal. That's in the can.
Maybe,
So.
and maybe Secret Wars. Maybe.
I mean,
It was cool that he showed up in general. I mean, I think they're teeing up. He's in the movie. But
I don't think, put it to you this way, having that cast on stage with who they had and then having him show up more or less implies the fact that he's probably in Avengers Doomsday.
And I imagine he's not alone. I imagine Hugh is likely there with him.
yeah, Wolverine. Which you would think if they're going to have Deadpool, but then again, you might want to save it. That might because that's the bigger pop out of the two.
Because they do still, like, as much
I
as
feel
they
like they're pretty
reveal.
equal.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
I feel like they're pretty equal at this point.
I mean, at this point, they have shared a movie title, so
True.
Like,
Right.
with as much as they've announced for this movie and what they just showed today, they do still want there to be some shock in the movie itself. You don't want to go in knowing everything.
Exactly, because Haley Steinfeld allegedly was rumored to be around and she didn't pop up at all.
Right. But, they did bring out Ryan Gosling on screen, on Hall
stage.
H.
Yeah.
They brought him out on stage.
Yeah.
That was cool, too.
And then, boom.
Yeah.
Then we had... They obviously, after that, they brought out Doomsday and they had the cast and all that stuff. And nothing really shocking besides Robert Downey Jr., of course, going out in his,
He gave a Doom voice tease.
Yeah.
They gave everyone in the crowd like a Doom mask and a cloak, too.
Yeah, like a little thing. So, and apparently there were some issues with Hall H and stuff and people not getting in. It was a whole mess, but everyone knew you had to be there for this panel. And then I think after that it was Black Panther 3?
Black Panther 3.
Black Panther
So
3.
they only really talked, because they made a point, no TV. And that's saving
Yes.
for D23.
Yes.
But Black Panther 3 is officially confirmed. Denzel Washington was not there, and he was rumored to be in the area. He was not at the panel.
Same with Sadie Sink.
Yep. Yeah, because John Bernthal did come out and
Yeah.
announce a...
So also,
Yeah.
there was a clip of Spider-Man Brand New Day showing Punisher and Spider-Man
Fighting the Hulk.
fighting the Hulk.
Yeah.
And he was Professor Hulk at the start, allegedly, and then he starts losing control.
Digressing.
And then the web bomb was mentioned that he used, which I think goes with the actual trailer that they've showed, where you see like a lot of webbing on the Hulk. So it kind of makes sense that plays into the movie.
Yeah. And then like
Also, there is also a brand new poster for Avengers Doomsday showcasing Doctor Doom.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love it. I want that poster.
The Doom suit was on display today at San Diego as well.
And the Latveria Witches, and we thought maybe they would reveal what that is, but no, it just kept changing. The colors kept changing every day.
Okay,
Because at
so
first it was green, and then it was purple yesterday, and then today it was replaced with the Doom suit.
Right.
But there was a brown one that was in, I think, Thursday.
Maybe, yeah.
Because it was green Wednesday for preview night. Thursday was this like kind of like orange, just gray kind of color, and then it was purple, and then Doom today. We like, because me and Jake were walking, we're like, wonder what the color's going to be, and it was the Doom suit.
We would have thought it would have been that tomorrow, but with today being the big, Marvel announcement, kind of makes sense.
Makes sense. But Black Panther 3 closed it out. Ryan Coogler came out, and they brought out Shuri. They brought her back.
They brought Letitia Wright.
Letitia
She's
Wright.
also in Doomsday.
Yes, makes sense. She was already there. And then, I don't know the actor's name, but he was from Alien Romulus.
Damien Johnson.
He is being...
Damon Johansson, if I'm not mistaken, actually.
But he is officially confirmed. It's been rumored for a while that we're going to be getting a new T'Challa, but this is T'Challa's son in some sort of like time jump or something. And he is playing T'Challa's son, which they're now saying he is the new Black Panther.
Right.
Which is crazy that they're confirming this, but I wonder if this means Black Panther 3 is going to be about Shuri giving him...
David Johnson, not Damon Johansson.
David
Johnson. That is the actor who they brought out.
So, yeah, but I'm guessing the movie's going to be about his son taking the mantle from Shuri.
They said he's playing T'Challa's son.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that implies he'll become Black Panther in that movie.
Yeah, and
or maybe that could be a Secret Wars thing leading into 3.
So, Ghost Rider and Black Panther 3 come out the same year. They said Ghost Rider comes out in July, and
December.
Black Panther 3 is December 15th, 2028. Yeah. Seems like Marvel is starting to transition from, Actually, no, I take that back. Let me rephrase what I'm about to say. It seems like Marvel is now kind of positioning movies to come out in December as well now, because obviously with Avengers Doomsday coming in, in 2026, December 18th, coming the same day as Dune Part 3, they're kind of positioning Marvel movies to be more Christmas, holiday, family-centered, which is cool. It's fine. I think they'll do just fine. I mean, obviously, Avengers is probably going to do fairly well at the box office, so that's what everyone's assuming.
Right. Yep.
But they're also kind of keeping July for, big hitters. Obviously, Spider-Man comes out in just a week as of us recording this.
Yep.
Even less than a week now as of recording this. We'll all have seen it by next Friday.
Yep.
And, I think having Ghost Rider in a July 2028 slot is actually pretty prime. The first 2 films with Nicolas Cage, I think one of them might have been a July slot, but I think the second one was February, right?
Yeah, the Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance was like January, February of 2012.
So summer makes sense for it. And honestly, they're going to have a big push for it. I'm assuming he's going to be in Secret Wars. Maybe. I'm just saying, like, teeing him up just so he's in that project to kind of lead him off in his own movie, but they don't have to, right? This could be an origin, but...
I think that... Well, Kevin Feige did mention that the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars is the roadmap. Yep. And if you want to try and read between the lines, some things I think that are kind of a guarantee out of this. If you go into Doomsday, Doctor Doom is the main antagonist of the movie, and if you go by what happens in Secret Wars, Doctor Doom is effectively the leader, the overlord, the emperor of Battleworld. Yep. And coming out of that, basically what happens in Hickman's Secret Wars is you have mainline Marvel 616 and Ultimate Marvel. Those worlds get smashed together. Battleworld is a thing. Then following that, there is one singular timeline where everyone from those universes coexists on one universe. Now, applying that same logic to Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, it seems to me that you have the X-Men universe in X-Men universe where we see the remnants or the actors that we've all seen over the last 20 years. You have James Marsden, Rebecca Romijn, Kelsey Grammer, people we've seen from previous X-Men movies from the Fox era. And then you've got our mainline MCU characters like Sam Wilson, Paul Rudd, the current roster of Avengers, Yelena Belova, the new Avengers, right? But then you've also got some of the older cast coming back. Obviously, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom. You have Chris Evans coming back as Steve Rogers. They announced, and they brought out Peggy. They brought out Haley Atwell playing Peggy. There we go. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, guys. We have all these, pieces coming together, and even the new Fantastic Four, who are on their own universe, coming to warn these guys about Doom, right?
Bring them all together.
And even just looking at what the Russos showed earlier this week on Monday with the Doomsday trailer, how Doom literally is the biggest threat, so much so that Thor is terrified to fight him, and Thor's fighting him one-on-one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and, like Doom, like, what I love that they have just portrayed Doom as, like, if you look at Doom, they say, why is he, such a dangerous threat? He doesn't have any superpowers. He's so smart that he can essentially give himself his own superpowers, and he can become that big of a threat. And what I think they're going to do, because you brought up Hickman's Secret Wars run, I think they're going to mix the two Secret Wars runs and then take their
it's
own
gonna be,
Russo spin on it, because
Yeah.
one of the issues of the original run, I can't remember the exact one. I want to say it's issue 10 or 11, somewhere around there. But it's literally called, like, you have text at the bottom in red that says the face of Doom, and it's a shot of Doom from the back, and all of the heroes. You have Spider-Man, Xavier, Captain America, Iron Man, the new Spider-Woman, all those characters looking at him, and you can't see Doom's face into that on that cover, but they're all terrified. They're like, what is this face? Like, who is this person? Like something is on Doom's face that is scaring them so bad. I think they are probably going to use the fact that RDJ is playing Doom in this movie to kind of recreate that effect in a different way.
Probably.
Because some people, because there are people like Thor, like Sam, like Scott, that will know that face.
Right.
So
Yeah. So it's gonna be a blend of the two, and honestly, I was expecting more from the panel, but I'm glad that we got confirmation on Black Panther 3.
Yeah.
The surprise of Ghost Rider. I think they knew that this was going to be kind of a smaller thing because Doomsday is the big thing.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Right.
and they don't want to talk Secret Wars. There was rumors and theories they were going to be announcing Secret War cast. It doesn't make any sense.
There were rumors and theories that they were going to announce a whole new X-Men cast.
Right.
Which I'm glad that did not happen.
I knew it was going to happen.
I could tell you with 100% certainty that wasn't going to happen, because why would they do that without having written the movie yet?
I have it on good authority that it was not going to happen. I had nerds at Comic-Con tell me, oh, well, I heard they're going to announce the new X-Men cast. And I said, no, they're not going to do that. What do you mean they're not going to do that? I mean they're not going to do that, so don't expect it to happen. That's what I mean.
Because if you bring Sadie Sink out on the panel at Hall H, then literally it's confirming without you don't have to go, like, you can go see Spider-Man Brand New Day, but you get spoiled exactly who she's playing if she's playing Jean Grey. So, like, it doesn't...
I don't think she is.
Which I already told you guys, just a little thing. With who the Secret Wars comics introduce in issue 7, right before Spider-Man gets the symbiote, and on the bottom of the cover they have introducing the new Spider-Woman, Julia Carpenter.
Yeah.
A redheaded Spider-Man character. Would be logical, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care who she's playing. I just hope that whoever she's playing is a good character.
Yeah.
It could be, who knows?
Ultimately, I think when it comes to just the Doomsday and Secret Wars of all, and how it tees up Ghost Rider and Black Panther, it's pretty clear that they're setting things up to have a new timeline established. And it's going to be cool to see out the gate. You know, you've got a brand new Ghost Rider in the form of Ryan Gosling, but we're also getting a return to some previous things with, you know, Black Panther Part 3, or, you know, Black Panther 3 as they're calling it, with Shuri returning, and then David Johnson portraying T'Challa's son. So to me, it feels like Black Panther 3 is going to have, you know, some level of we're doing like kind of a time jump, but it's not really a time jump. It's more like a rewriting of time, to where now, when at the end of Black Panther 2, we're introduced to the young son of T'Challa. Now he's an adult. It's going to be interesting to see how, like, the timey-wiminess of it all positions Shuri and having an older nephew to mentor.
Because reality will, like, be rewritten to the point where in current day he's older.
Correct. Because what changes they're gonna make? What are they gonna keep? Like, in terms of the same? Because I think it's gonna be an amalgamation of where you're gonna have some familiar stuff, but some new stuff.
Correct.
Because Ghost Rider, that's new. With Black Panther 3, it's a new T'Challa's son, aged up, but you still have Shuri as still Black Panther. You still have that connective tissue.
Allegedly, there's going to be both of them as Black Panther.
Which is going to be interesting, right? Because I think that's implying a lot of time stuff that we could be dealing with. Because Ghost Rider could be an origin. So it could be just after the event of Secret Wars, now he actually exists in the universe.
And I know people are already, like, going with this assumption, which it's fair to go with this. They haven't outright said it's Johnny Blaze, even though it's fair to assume it's Johnny Blaze.
It's pretty fair to assume.
It's
it
fair
probably
to
is Johnny Blaze.
Because if we rewrite the timeline, you could say that he never existed before the events of Secret Wars.
If I'm not mistaken, I do believe Marvel does have another movie slated for February of 2028. I could be wrong about that.
We just don't know it yet. If it's true.
My theory is it's X-Men.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we already have the director of Thunderbolts already attached. So that actually makes sense. And obviously, if the Sadie Sink thing, Jean Grey thing is true, they're not going to talk about it until after Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Right.
So maybe that's why it wasn't talked about today, because they can't really spoil things.
Yep.
So
I think she's Rachel Summers, personally.
I think she's Sadie Sink.
Yeah.
Great answer.
I mean, I threw the Julia Carpenter thing out there, but if we're gonna, dip our hands into the mutant pot, then Firestar would be my guess.
She stole my answer because that was my answer. He likes stealing stuff from me.
Yeah, the only reason I think Rachel Summers is because Brad Winterbaum may have mentioned, or someone at Marvel may have mentioned that they want Sadie Sink in X-Men in the X-Men show. Like she's apparently voicing a character in the X-Men show.
Okay.
And
that makes
Rachel
sense.
Summers, an older version of Rachel Summers, has already appeared in X-Men 97
It
season
would
2.
fit with the timing.
So the reason I think Rachel Summers is because you can't have her be Jean Grey if there already is a Jean Grey in X-Men 97 voiced by somebody else.
Yes. So there you go. But yeah, overall, I think it was a good panel.
Yeah.
It was short and sweet in its essence, but it makes sense that there wasn't too much stuff announced because it's kind of hard to announce stuff when we haven't seen Doomsday and we haven't seen Secret Wars. So we don't know how this is going to play out.
This was honestly kind of a nice, I'm not going to say return to form for Marvel, but a refreshment from them because, you know, following Secret Wars, we didn't really know what is coming down the pipe. So now we have an idea of like, hey, at the very least in 2028, we have now a Ghost Rider movie that's happening with a phenomenal director. And we know, just based on the fact that, you know, Starfighter's coming next year, Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling worked on that. Obviously, they had fun working on that, so much so that Kevin Feige and company were like, hey, you know, Sean Levy did great with us in Deadpool and Wolverine. Why don't you guys do Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
So that's cool. And we're getting a third Black Panther movie coming around Christmas time, which is even better because, you know, Black Panther 2 came out in November of 2022. And now we're getting I don't know if it's like a final installment of a trilogy or if it's just another chapter. Not really sure. But
I would say chapter.
Probably.
Yeah, because I imagine this is going to be like, you know, the ending of the old era of Black Panther to usher in Damian Johnson's character into his new series.
Shuri's going to be around. It's just, I think it's going to be her dropping the mantle. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, one thing's evidently clear. She's Shuri in Doomsday. She's Black Panther in Doomsday.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and, you know, like they've done, you know, that thing that they established in the second Black Panther film where she's the Black Panther while M'Baku acts as the King of Wakanda.
Yep.
So whether or not they're going to keep that once Damon Johnson assumes the role of Black Panther. David, thank you. Whether or not they're going to keep that once he assumes the role of Black Panther, or whether or not he's going to be the King and the Black Panther all in one. Who knows?
Probably all in one. But we'll see. Because maybe, who knows? We don't know. That's the beautiful thing. We don't know.
Yep.
And we're excited. And yeah, it's been fun. We have one more day of Comic-Con. And this will be uploaded probably the last day of Comic-Con. But yeah, it's been fun. And we were going to try to get in, but... No.
I had much more fun talking about all this stuff as opposed to actually being in the panel.
There you go.
There it is.
Because it's chaos in there.
Yes.
It really is. Truly. We were there. Me and Jake were there for Thursday. You were there for Friday. It is pandemonium, and those were on the lesser days.
Yeah.
It's crazy in there.
Yeah.
So,
am I glad I got to experience it? Sure. Did I have more fun talking about it with these guys? Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is. He just broke in here. He's our pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
So, we will see you guys soon. We, of course, do Council of Creators every Wednesday, live on my channel. This thing right here. That is Phil. He's unfiltered.
I do a bunch of dumb bullshit on YouTube.
Yes. Subscribe to him. Check him out. And that's Joypad Jake.
I play games every once in a while on Sundays.
Debatable. But it's been great chatting with you guys about Hall H stuff, and I think we're great. Get to eat some pizza in a little bit and relax for the rest of the night. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and check out their channels as always. We'll talk to you guys soon.